Welcome back, and we rejoin the morning four balls on the Friday morning of the first day of the Ryder Cup, hole 7. This is the current situation. In match 1, Rose and Rahm are 2 up on Koepka and Finlay. Match 2, Johnson and Fowler 1 up on McIlroy and Cabrera Bello. Match 3, Thomas and Spieth are 1 up on Casey and Hatton, and match 4 is all square between Reed and Woods, Molinari and Fleetwood. So as it stands, USA 2.5, Europe 1.5, but that will no doubt change. So we're at the 7th hole. I've made a slight change to one of the rules. Rather than a decider die, I'm using a D6, and so 5 and 6 will be not given. I think not getting as many gimmies within 5 feet as you would do in the Ryder Cup, so we're just going to try that out. So here we go, and it's Jon Rahm to tee off, and we have an 18, which is an A. We're using a short iron. 18 is good, and 13 will put him 11 to 15 feet away. It's a par 3 hole. Justin Rose, 3 on a short iron for Justin Rose is not good enough. 8 is at the green, and 2 is at the back of the green, and he is in sand. Tony Finau is a 9, which is good enough, and an 8, which puts him 16 to 20 feet away from the pin. And finally, Bruce Koepka, a 6 is good enough, and a 12 puts him 11 to 15 feet away. So everyone on the green, with the exception of Justin Rose, who is in the sand, and he's going to chip out of the sand, and we're on sand, so it's 133. 133 is plus 1 putt, so he gets a 3. So Rose gets a 3. And from 16 to 20 feet, we have Finau. He's looking for 179. He's got 45, which is a 2 putt, so Finau will get a 3. And next up is Jon Rahm, 11 to 15 feet. He needs 148 or more. So he gets his 3, he gets his par, which gives Brooks Koepka the chance to take the hole for Europe and cut the lead to 1. He needs 149 or more, and he gets 95, so that's a par, and so they share the hole. And Rahm and Rose remain 2 up. So we have Johnson and Fowler for the USA, and Cabrera Bello and McIlroy for Europe, and we're at a par 5. Dustin Johnson to tee off first. 11 is going to be a B. 7 is in the middle of the fairway. Ricky Fowler, 16 is a B, and 9 is the middle of the fairway. So Cabrera Bello, he's not been particularly good. America are 1 up in this match. 15 is a B. 11 is the centre of the fairway. So they're piling up there. And finally, Rory McIlroy, 11. Guess what? It's a B. An 8, and is the centre of the fairway. So they're all in the fairway. So I'm going to just put them just to the side here so we can actually see the hole. So first of all, is he going to lay up or go for the green? This is Justin Johnson. He's got a 5, so he's going to go for the green. So he's going to use a long iron -1. So an 11 on a long iron is good enough, and a 1 is going to leave him over 35 feet away from the hole, but he's on the green on a par 5 in 2, so that's not bad. Ricky Fowler needs to be 12 or less to go for it, and he's going to go for it. And 4 -1 is 3, so he's missed the green. 8 is off the green, so 7 is short here, and a 2 puts him in the rough, short of the green. Cabrera Bayo, 9, he's going to go for the green. 16 on a long iron -1, so it's 15, and that's good. 9 puts him 21 to 25 feet away. And finally, will Rory go for the green or will he lay it? 7, Rory will go for the green. All 4 golfers playing aggressively. 5, which is a 4, so he's missed it. 12, but he's at the green. 0 is at the green in the rough at the back. So we're going to go to Ricky Fowler for his 3rd shot from the rough, pitching wedge. 11 is good enough, and 18 will get him 6 feet. 6 feet away, that's his 3rd shot. Now Rory's going to chip. 66 on a chip for Rory is 4 feet away, and so we get the green dice out. See if they're going to give him the putt, and they're not. They're going to make him putt. So there's a good rule change. That worked well. So 3rd shot, 35 plus feet away for Dustin Johnson. 190, 200 is successful, and he doesn't get it, but he puts 2, so he gets a 4. So Johnson holes out in 4, and Cabrera Bayo 21 to 25 feet, 173 or more, and he gets a 23, which is good enough to get a 4. The other 2 can only get a minimum of a 4, so that hole is tied, and we will move on. The group will move on to the next hole as we move to hole number 5. Thomas and Spieth against Hatton and Casey, and Thomas and Spieth are 1 up in this game, in this match. So here we go. Players at the tee, par 3. It's a long iron +1, so Thomas 13 on a long iron is good. 14 gets him 16 to 20 feet away. Second up, Justin Thomas. He gets a 19, which is good, and a 17, which is 11 to 15 feet away, so he's a bit closer than his teammate. Paul Casey, a 9 is a miss. 14 is at the green, and a 5 puts him to the right of the green, and a 2 he's in the grass at the right of the green. So really that's leaving it to Tyrrell Hatton to save this. 10 is good, but he's a 1, so he's 35 plus feet away, so Europe are in trouble here. This could be a 2 up, could move to 2 up with this. Won't make a difference in the actual match score, in the game score, but make it a bit more difficult for them to catch. So, pitching wedge for Baker. -1 is 14, that's going to be good enough, and a 4, he's still going to be 21 feet away. So, Hatton, 35 plus feet, 186 more. 186, what a great putt. He makes it, it makes his 2. So Hatton makes the 2, and Casey will now not need to putt, and that really gets the pressure now on the Americans. One of these must drop this putt. 16 to 20 feet away is Jordan Spieth, and he needs 183. And he doesn't get it, so he's not going to tie the hole. And so now Justin Thomas, 11 to 15, 149 or more, and he doesn't make it. So that hole now brings that match to a tied, and the Ryder Cup now is tied at 2. Europe up in 1, America up in 1, and tied in the other 2 games, as we now move back to hole number 4, where the final match is taking place. Tommy Fleetwood and Molinari against Reed and Woods. Par 4, water on the right. 10 for Fleetwood is a B. 15 puts him in the centre of the fairway. He'll be happy with that. $19 gives him automatic A on this hole. 19 and 20 are considered in the mid range, so he gets there automatically. Patrick Reed, 12 is a B, 14 is a mid. And finally Tiger Woods, 4 is a C, 3 is left, 4 is the rough. So Woods is left in the rough, and he will be the next one up with a mid-iron shot +1. So an 11 on a mid-iron for Woods is good. 16 is going to place him 6 to 10 feet away. What a good shot, second shot that is. Tommy Fleetwood, short iron +1, so it's a 14 on the short iron, which is good, and a 19, which puts him within 5 feet. And they give him his 3, gets a birdie there, Fleetwood. Patrick Reed, short iron +1, gets a 5, is good, and a 2, so he's 35 feet away, long way away for his putt. And unless Molinari can put this in, pitching wedge -1, so that's good, and 9 puts him 11 feet away, but he doesn't need to put because they've already got a 3. So Reed, 35 plus feet, 203 on there. He doesn't make it, he makes a 4, which means that Tiger has to hold this. 6 to 10 feet away, and that's 99 or more, and he gets it, so the hole is tied. So they go on to hole 4, tied. And we now move back to the lead group, and we'll be on hole number 8. Rose and Ram, Kepka and Finau. Rose and Ram 2 up. The tournament is tied at this moment at 2-2. Both one game up, one up in a match, and the others are tied. So here we go. Par 4. Justin Rose. 12 is a B. 15 is mid. So he's happily on the fairway. Coming up next, John Rahm. John Rahm 20. And that is automatically in the mid at A. Brooks Koepka. 7 is a B. 17 is to the right. 9 is in the water. Oh, that's not a good start for Koepka in this on this hole. So everything's going to be left with Finau. They're already 2 down. 12. Finau is an A. 14 puts him in the mid. So good drive for Finau, and he needs this to be a good drive. So drops out of the water, and he's on a long iron for Koepka. And 13 is good. 2 leaves him 35 feet away, and that's already his 3rd shot. Justin Rose, mid-iron -1. So a 19, oh, it's a 20, so it's an excellent shot. Even though we take one off it, it's still an excellent shot. So that is 14 for Justin Rose on a mid-iron, which puts him 6 to 10 feet away. So a mid-iron now for John Rose. 18 is good. 8 gets him 21 to 25 feet away. And all the hopes for the US on this hole is with Tony Finau, and he's on the mid-iron. 6, and he doesn't hit the green, so it's a 6, which is he doesn't even get close to the green. So his 4 is here, and 8, he's actually in the water. Oh, he's in the water to the right in front of the green. So he's already on a 3rd shot. This is going to be 3 down for the US. Mid-iron. 15 plus 1 is 16. So that is going to be good for Finau. But 18 leaves him 6 to 10 feet away. But that's his 4th shot. So Koepka 35 feet in 195 or more. And he doesn't do it, so he will get a 5. So Koepka gets a 5. And so John Rahm, 5 feet away, can 3-putt this and get a 5. 112 is a 2-putt, so that's a 4 for John Rahm. And the rest is history, because they can't be beaten. So Rose and Rahm now go 3 up on Koepka and Finau. As we move back to match 2 on the 7th hole, the game that the Americans are up in: Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, Cabrera Bello and McIlroy. So Dustin Johnson using a short iron, a 5 is good, and a 14 is 6 to 10 feet. Ricky Fowler, 18 is good, 15 is 6 to 10 feet also. Cabrera Bello, 16 is good, 6 is 21 to 25 feet away. Need to be closer than that. What can McIlroy do? A 6 is good, and a 13 is 11 to 15 feet away, so the Americans are both closer. Cabrera Bello, 21 to 25 feet, 173. Doesn't get it, so Cabrera Bello will get a 3, so he gets his par. And McIlroy, 11 to 15, 153 more. And he doesn't get that, so McIlroy will also get a 3. So the two Americans, they just need one of these to go down and they'll extend the lead. We have Dustin Johnson, 6 to 10 feet, 99, 50, so he gets a 3. So the pressure now is on Ricky Fowler, 6 to 10 feet, 96 or more. And he gets 94. He rolls around the rim and it doesn't fall. So a great chance for them to go 2 up in this game, but the hole is tied. And we move back to the 3rd match. A real good chance there for the Americans to go 2 up. Hatton and Casey, Thomas and Spieth, they tied up the match on the last hole. Hatton, par 5, 4 is C, 2 is left, 0 is rough. Awful lot, he's going to have to lay up there. So he's going to rely on Casey to get them out of this. 10 is a B, 7 is in the centre of the fairway. Justin Thomas, 1 is a D, 13 is the centre of the fairway, so not the best of drives, but he's on the fairway. And Jordan Spieth, 16 is a B, 10 is the centre of the fairway. So he's going to lay up. Hatton is going to lay up with a long iron -1, so that's 15 on a long iron. And that is good, and 16 places him at the front, very edge of the far edge of the fairway. Justin Thomas, will he lay up? Let's have a look. 2, he's going to go for the green with a wood, fairway wood, and he gets a 9. Not good enough, but he is on the fringe. He's on the fringe in 2 of the green. So Paul Casey, will he go for it or will he lay up? Casey 16, he's going to lay up with a mid iron. 14 is good enough, and he will be with his partner Hatton at the far end of the fairway, just in front of the green. And finally, Jordan Spieth, how is he going to play this hole? He is going to go for it. He's going to go for the green. 17 with a long iron -1, so that's 16. That is good enough. And a 5 is going to put him 35 feet away, so right on the edge of the green. So, pitching wedge for Tyrrell Hatton. 12 is good enough. 4 puts him 21 to 25 feet away on the 3rd shot. Partner Paul Casey. Pitching wedge 5. That is good enough. 13 puts him 11 to 15 feet away on his 3rd shot. So now we come to the 2 Americans, and this is a fringe shot, so we're going to add 2, and you treat it like a chip. So you add 2 to the black dice, which is 76 on a fringe chip by Justin Thomas. 76 is 13 feet away, so not the best of shots by Thomas. Not a very good chip there. And so now Jordan Spieth has a chance to win the hole. 193 plus, and he gets 88, so he will get a 4. So Spieth gets a 4, which puts the pressure on Tyrrell Hatton. 21 to 25 feet away, needs 197, and he doesn't get it. He gets a 5, which now means that Paul Casey must sink this 13 foot putt, 149 more, and he doesn't get it, so that's a 5, and America take that hole. So just as quick as they lose it, Spieth and Casey get it back. And the game is back to 2.5, 1.5. And we move to hole 5 for the final match in the 4 balls. Fleetwood and Molinari, Reed and Tiger Woods. So Tommy Fleetwood, long iron +1 on this par 3. So he gets a 3. And he's missed it. And he gets a 1, which is even worse, which is not even close to the green, and a 4. With an 8 puts him on the fairway, but a long, long way back. Terrible, terrible shot. Francesco Molinari. Francesco Molinari is a 10 on a long iron, which is good. A 9. 26 to 35 feet away. This is where the Americans should take advantage. Patrick Reed, 15 is good, 19, and this is where 6 to 10 feet. And Tiger Woods, 1, so he's failed. A 6 is off the green. 4 is he's actually with Tommy Fleetwood. So Fleetwood's second shot, he's going to pitch, and 11 becomes a 12, which is going to be good, and 7 will put him 16 to 20 feet away. And for Tiger, that's a 17, which is good, and an 8, which will put him 11 to 15 feet away. So Molinari, 26, 35 feet, and he 2 putts, so Molinari makes a 3, gets his par. There's no point in Fleetwood putting because he cannot do anything other than tie, so you can only get a 3. So Woods, 11 to 15 feet, 143, and he 2 putts, so he gets a 4. So now Patrick Reed to win the hole, 6 to 10 feet, 94 or more, and he gets 97, so he wins the hole. And that will now put the USA up in 3 of the games. So suddenly USA lead the Ryder Cup on the first morning by 3 matches to 1. Not a good last few holes for the Europeans, as we now go to hole 9. And the only game that the Americans are behind, Koepka and Finau are 3 down on Rose and Rahm. Hole 9, par 4, 466 yards. So Jon Rahm 5 is a C, 18 is right, 6, well, it's all rough. Justin Rose, 6 is a C, 18 is right, 5, again he's in the rough. So not good drives from the Europeans. Tony Finau, don't think I rolled that one. 13 is an A, 6 is mid, so really good drive for the American. And Brooks Koepka, 20 is good, 11 is also in the mid. So what a good 2 drives for the Americans. This could bring this down to a 2-hole game. Long iron in the rough for Jon Rahm, so he'll add 1 to it, so he gets a 4. That's not good enough. 6 is off the green, 5 is going to be short, and he's going to be in the grass. John Rose, Justin Rose, 9 on a long iron is a miss. 10 is at the green. 5 is short, sorry, 5 is off to the right, and 9 is in the grass in 2. So Tony Finau, mid iron +1. So that's a 17 for Finau, which is going to be a good shot. And a 14 is going to put him 11 to 15 feet away. So this is looking good for the Americans. And Brooks Koepka, 15 is good. 9 is 21 to 25 feet away. So that's looking good too. So here we go. Jon Rahm in the grass, short iron +1, so he gets a 12, which is good, and a 7, which leaves him 16 to 20 feet away. And Justin Rose needs to get very close here. 12 is good. 8 is not going to get him close enough. 11 to 15 feet on 3. But Koepka could finish this hole and pull a hole back for the state USA. 21 to 25, he needs over 190. Gets 139, so he gets a 4. So Jon Rahm, 16 to 20 feet. He must put this to stand a chance of tying the hole. So he needs 168. And he gets 162, so he doesn't make it. Drops a shot. So now Tony Finau, this putt 11 to 15 feet, and it ties the game. It brings the hole back for the States, 11 to 15, 147 on the. And he doesn't do it. He takes the 2 shots, so it's a 4, which leaves this pressure shot for Justin Rose. He must put this in, 145 or more. And he does. He ties the hole. He gets a half, and oh, that was a real saving shot from Rose. Didn't think that the Europeans were going to hold the 3-shot lead that they had there, but they managed it with that great 12-footer from Rose. So we go to hole number 8. Fowler, Johnson, McIlroy, Cabrera, Bello. Fowler and Johnson are 1 up in this match. Ricky Fowler, 16 is a B. 13 is mid, so he's happily on the middle of the fairway. Dustin Johnson, 7 is a B. 20 is right, and he's in the water. He's in the water. Oh, so it looks like Fowler is going to be the one for the USA on this hole. McIlroy, can the Europeans take advantage? 7 is a B. 5 is mid, so he's happily with Fowler. And finally, Cabrera Bello. Gotta roll that one as well. 13 is a B. 3 is left, and 7, well, he's on the fairway but left. So Dustin Johnson, long iron from his drop position, +1. So it's a 16 on a long iron, which is good, and a 6 puts him 26 to 35 feet away, but that was his 3rd shot. Rafa Cabrera Bello, long iron +1, and the 11 is good, and a 4 puts him 35 feet away. Ricky Fowler with a mid-iron -1. 11 on a mid-iron is good. 15 puts him 11 to 15 feet away. And finally, Rory McIlroy, mid-iron -1. A 9 is good, and a 12 puts him 16 to 20 feet. So Cabrera Bello, 35 feet away, 160 will 2-putt, so he gets a 4. From 30 feet, Dustin Johnson, 70. He gets a 5 because of the water. So now, Rory McIlroy, can he drop this in 18 feet? And he can't. He rolls it up to the hole, but just slightly short, and he pops it in. So Ricky Fowler has this 13-footer. He needs 144 or more, and he doesn't get it, so he gets a 4, and the hole is tied. And Johnson and Fowler stay 1 up as we go to hole number 7 for the third match. This par 3, and we have Spieth, Thomas, Hatton, and Casey. Spieth and Thomas are 1 up. So Jordan Spieth with a short iron, an 11 is good, an 8 puts him 21 to 25 feet away. Justin Thomas, 14. That's going to be good, and a 5. He's going to be 21 to 25 feet away also, so the Americans are close together. Tyrrell Hatton, 15 is going to be good. 8, he's 21 to 25 feet away also, so they're all around the same area. And finally Paul Casey, 19 is good. 10, 16 to 20 feet, so he's slightly closer. So here we go. Jordan Spieth, 23 feet away, 194 or more, and he makes it. He gets his 3, he gets a 2. So Jordan Spieth gets a 2. Thomas does not need to putt, and the pressure now is on Tyrrell Hatton, 22 feet away. Just watch the USA birdie, 197 or more, and he doesn't make it. So this leaves Paul Casey with an 18-footer, 177 or more to tie the score, and he doesn't make it either. So America take another hole in this match. And they go 2 up. In the third match. And we move right along to the final match of the Fourballs. Hole number 6, Tiger Woods, Patrick Reed, Francesco Molinari, and Tommy Fleetwood. 1 up, the Americans in this. And here's Tiger, 13 is a B. 16 is mid, so he'll stay in the middle of the fairway. Patrick Reed, 14 is a B. 11, he's also in the middle of the fairway. Francesco Molinari. 4 is a C. 20 is in the water. Oh, Tommy Fleetwood. 17 is an A. 16 is mid, so he's happily ensconced. So from his drop, he has the choice here. He's got a 3. Is he going to go for the green? 18. Molinari is going to lay up, wide lay up, but this is what he's chosen to do. So it's a long iron +1, and he gets a 6 on a long iron, and it's not good enough. 11 is going to be at the green, so he's going to be to the left of the green and in the rough. Tiger Woods, he's going to go for the green. 17 with a long iron -1 is 16, and that is good. 9 is 26 to 35 feet away, so he's happily on the green. Patrick Reed, 13, he is going to go for it. 15 on a long iron is good. 8 puts him 26 to 35 feet away as well. And that leaves Tommy Fleetwood. Long iron, 11 is good. 5 is 35 feet away, so he's the furthest away on the green. So Molinari, he's going to chip onto the green. -2 on the 10 dice, so that's 28. Is a 2 putt, so he takes a 5. So Molinari takes a 5. So he gets his par, but not really what we wanted. Tommy Fleetwood, 35 feet. 182. Just short, puts it right up to the hole and then pops it in, so he gets a 4. So 2 chances for the USA here to go 2 up. First is Tiger Woods, 26 to 30, 28 feet away. 195 more wins the hole, and he doesn't, so he gets a 4. Which leaves Patrick Reed. He is 27 feet away. And he gets his 4, so the hole is hard. And at the end of that round of holes, I'm going to go back to the leading group as they're beginning their inward bound journey. Just before we go, this is the state of the situation at the moment. America 3 up in the first game, Rose and Rahm, and then Europe 3 up with Rose and Rahm, and then the Americans winning the next 3 games. Johnson Fowler 1 up, Thomas and Spieth 2 up, and Reed and Woods 1 up. As we go to the 10th hole and the first match, the only one the Europeans are in front in, and here we are at hole number 10, and it's going to be Justin Rose. 9 is a C. 4 is mid, so he's on the fairway. Jon Rahm. 13 is B. 16 is mid, so he's happily on the fairway. Tony Finau. 5 is a C. 10 is a mid, so they're all lining up behind each other on the fairway. And finally, Brooks Koepka. 11 is a B, 5 is left, and 5 is the sand. So, Tony Finau with a mid-iron -1. So it's an 8 on a mid-iron for Finau, and he gets onto the green with a 9, and that is 21 to 25 feet away for the American. Justin Rose, mid-iron, 11, that's going to be good. 6 is going to put him 26 to 35 feet away, so slightly further back. Now from the sand, with a mid-iron, so that's a 6 on a mid-iron for Brooks Koepka. So he doesn't make the green, and he's a 1, which is off the green, and he's a 0, so he's in the long grass in 2. And then John Rahm, short end -1, so he gets a 0, so he didn't make it. 2, he didn't even get close to the green. He's got a 7 and a 9. He's actually in the water. He's put it into the water to the front right, so he's going to drop a shot and then take his pitching wedge, and he still didn't make it. 1 is an awful shot. He is at the fringe on 4, so he's out of this really. Brooks Koepka from the grass, short iron +1, so that's 12, which is good. 2, which is not so good because it leaves him 35 feet away. So a French shot for John Rahm, and we're not going to add anything to it. 162. So John Rahm chips 162 is a 6. So he takes a 6 at the par 4, and Brooks Koepka 40 feet away, 152. He gets a 5, so that will currently win the hole for the USA. Justin Rose, 30 feet. 47 will 2-putt it, so he will get a 4, which means that Tony Finau can win if he can put this 22-footer away, 183 more, and he can't. .53. He'll get a 4, and so the hole is tied. And we now move to hole number 9, for the second match. Johnson and Fowler 1 up on Cabrera Bello and McIlroy. So the players come to the tee, and it's going to be Dustin Johnson to take the first drive. .15 is an A, and 15 is a mid. So it's right on the far end of the fairway, right in the middle. Ricky Fowler. 16 is a B, 11 is a mid, so he's slightly behind him. Cabrera Bello. 9 is a C, 15 is in the middle of the fairway, and finally Rory McIlroy 18 is an A, 7 is a mid, so he's up there with Dustin Johnson. So Cabrera Bello, mid-iron -4. So he gets a 3 on a mid-iron, which is not good enough. 16 will put him at the green. 2 will put him at the back of the green in the rough. Dustin Johnson with a mid-iron. 9 is good enough. 20 puts him within 5 feet. And they're going to make him put that one. Ricky Fowler, mid-iron +1. So that's 10. That's good enough. 17 puts him 6 to 10 feet away. And Rory, mid-iron +1 gives him 19. That's good enough. 8 puts him 21 to 25 feet away. So Cabrera Bello going to chip in 112. Leaves him 11 feet away. And that's his third shot. Rory, 24 foot away. Needs to sink this really. 11. And he's missed it. He's 3 putt. So it's a 5 for Sammy. Rory, so say not Sammy. Rory McIlroy. It's a 5. So Cabrera Bello could actually be the saviour for us if you can down in one from 11 feet, 140 or more, and he doesn't. So that's a 5. This is turning pretty bad. This match for the Europeans. Ricky Fowler 6 to 10 feet, 96 or more, and he holds it. And so the USA go 2 up in this match. As we move back to the 8th hole, and match 3, Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth are 2 up on Tyrrell Hatton and Paul Casey. Europe need to start making something happen. Started off really well, but the Americans have just closed them down and taken the lead in 3 matches now. So Justin Thomas, long iron, 3. Is not good enough. 13. Three is a C. 13 is in the middle, so he's happy there. Jordan Spieth, 19. That is made it accurate. It's perfect. Tyrrell Hatton is also perfect drive and up at the far end of the fairway. And Paul Casey, 4 is a C. 6 is mid, so everybody's happily in the middle of the fairway. Justin Thomas, a long iron +1. That's an 18 is good. 13 puts him 16 to 20 feet away. Paul Casey for Europe, long plus 1. 14 is going to be good enough. 11 is 21 to 25 feet away, so slightly further away from the pin than Thomas. Jordan Spieth with a mid-iron. 5 on a mid-iron is not good enough. Is not good enough now. 8 is at the green. 3 and 7 is in the rough to the back right of the green. And Paul Casey now with a mid-iron. 2 not good enough. 10 is at the green, so he's in the pin location in the rough. So it's going to be Jordan Spieth first, going to chip -1, so that's 7. So he failed, so he's going to have to try again. So he chips again, 156. So he chips and 1 puts for a 5. Spieth gets a 5, but he does have Thomas. And Tyrrell Hatton is going to chip in from the rough to the left of the green, 145. He's down in 3. He's down for a 3, so he gets a birdie. Sorry, it's a 4. That's a 4. So he gets his par. So Paul Casey, 24 feet for a birdie. 196 or more. Now he gets a 47. So he gets his par, which leaves Justin Thomas 18 feet away to take this home. Can he put them 3 up? And no, he can't. He takes his 4 and they share the hole. And we go back to the 7th hole for the final match of the foursomes. Patrick Regan, Tiger Woods, Tommy Fleetwood, Francesco Molinari. So Tiger's going to let Reed take the first tee shot here on this par 3 with a short iron. 11 is good. 15 puts him 6 to 10 feet away. So Tiger, can he get closer than that? 16 is going to be good. 5 is going to put him 21 to 25 feet away. Tommy Fleetwood. 10 is good. 18 is 6 to 10 feet away, so he's there with Patrick Reed. And Francesco Molinari being very, very disappointing. 4 is good enough, but 1 is so far away, over 35 feet away. Ball rolled back. Too much backspin on it, brought it back to the edge of the green. So Molinari, 40-foot putt, 195 or more. Oh, he was so close. Dropped it to within a foot of the hole and taps that in for a 3. Tiger Woods, 22 feet. And again, rolls it up to the hole, but not quite good enough. Taps it in. Patrick Reed, 8 feet away. 92 or more. And he lips the ball and has to tap in for a 3, which means that Fleetwood has the opportunity to tie this match up with a 7-foot putt, 96 or more, and he does the same, rolls it round the lip, and the ball comes back out, and that game, the hole stays tied. And just before we move to hole 11, again, this is the situation in the match. Rose and Rahm for Europe, 3 up on Koepka and Finau, and then the Americans up in all the other games. Johnson and Fowler 2 up on McIlroy, Cabrera, Bayo, Spieth and Thomas 2 up on Casey and Hatton, and Reed and Woods 1 up on Molinari and Fleetwood. So we're at the 11th. John Rahm, the par 4 with the driver. 14 is an A, 5 is a mid, so a good drive from Rahm. 9 is a C, 16 is a mid, so he's safely on the green. Tony Finau, 14 is an A, 17 is right, and 9 puts him in the trees. So Brooks Koepka, 20 is an A, 8 is a mid, so he's happily on the fairway. Justin Rose with a short iron -1, so that's a 6 on a short iron, is good enough, and a 12 puts him 11 to 15 feet from the hole. Justin Rahm with a short iron +1, longer than in fact, so that's a 19, which is good enough, and a 4 puts him 26 to 35 feet away. Brooks, from the trees with a mid iron, Tony Finau. 17 is good, and 17 will put him 6 to 10 feet away. A good shot from Finau. And finally Brooks Koepka, who's got a short iron +1, so that's a 10. That's good enough. 6 puts him 21 to 25 feet away. So they're all on the green, and 31 feet for John Rahm, 195 or more, and he gets a 23, which is a 2 putt, so he gets a 4. Bruce Koepka, 23 feet, and a 28. Brooks Koepka, he gets a 4. So what can Justin Rose do from 14 foot? 145 or more, gets it in 1, and he gets it, so that's a 3. So Justin Rose nails that, which puts the pressure now on Tony Finau from 9 foot, 99 or 100 or more, and he doesn't get it. He's failed it, and the European duo extend their lead to 4. So they're 4 up. Seven to play, so that's looking like a Europe victory even at this point, unless the Americans start to do something to turn it round. Sure, Rahm and Rose will now start to just make sure that they have the holes now, but we're still down in the other 3 as we go to the 10th hole, Ricky Fowler, Dustin Johnson, McIlroy and Cabrera Bello. 2 up, the Americans. So Fowler 12 is a B, 19 is right, and 8 is in the rough. Very lucky there, he didn't end up in the water. Dustin Johnson 13 is an A, 16 is right, 7 he's also in the rough and very close to the water's edge. So the Americans 2 wayward right drives. Rory McIlroy 6 is a B, 5 is right down the middle of the fairway. That's where the Europeans want to be. Cabrera Bello 16 is a B, 1 is left, 1 is in the rough to the left. So Cabrera Bello mid-iron -1, he will go first. So that's a 1, so it's a fail. 19 is on the fringe. So he's on the fringe. And we go to Ricky Fowler, who's a mid-iron +1. So that's a 12. So that's good. But a 2 will put him 35 feet away. So Rory with a short iron 5. That is good. 19. Oh, puts him 5 feet away. Puts him 3 feet away. And they're going to give him that putt. So that's a 3. So Rory within 3 feet. And Cabrera Bello will not need to hole out. So we have Johnson with a short iron -1. So that's a 6 for Johnson. Is good enough, but a 1 leaves him 35 feet away. So Ricky Fowler, 38-foot putt. He must make this 201 or more. And he doesn't, he fails, he gets a 4. So that means his partner, who is 36 feet from the hole, Dustin Johnson, must hold this, or we see Europe bring back a hole in this game. And he doesn't. So USA still lead the hole, but they're just 1 stroke ahead in that match now. And McIlroy's not really had much help from Cabrera Bello in this match so far, but he's keeping it going. As we go to hole number 9 and match 3, Thomas and Spieth 2 up on Casey and Tyrrell Hatton. They had a chance in the last hole, from what I remember, of being able to pull that back, but didn't manage it. But let's see what they can do in this one. So par 4, Thomas. 16 is an A, 3 is left, 9 is on the fairway, but just left of the central line. Jordan Spieth. 10 is a C, 9 is in the middle of the fairway. Paul Casey. 2 is a D, 9 is the centre of the fairway, at least he's in the centre. And Tyrrell Hatton. 8 is a C, 19 is right, and he's going to be in the rough. So Paul Casey with a long iron +1. So it's a 20, that's good, but he's going to be 35 feet away. Now for Tyrrell Hatton, long iron. 15 is good. 13 puts them 21 to 25 feet. So now the Americans. Jordan Spieth with a mid-iron -1. So that is 2, so he doesn't make it. But 12 is at the green. 4 will be to the left in the rough. And finally, Justin Thomas, who is just off on the fairway on the left, mid-iron. 20, that makes it an excellent shot. And a 13. 13 on a mid-iron puts him 11 to 15 feet away. So, Jordan Spieth with a chip, -1 off the 10, so it's 101 for Spieth on a chip. Leaves him 2 feet away, so that's a 3. Will they give him that? They won't. They're going to make him wait and see what happens. So 37-foot putt for Paul Casey, 205 or more. He gets a 10, so he's going to 3-putt. And he 3-putts, so he gets a 5, Paul Casey. Tyrrell Hatton, 24 feet away, 197 or more. Gets a 59, so he'll 2-putt. And that 2-putt will give him a 4. So Justin Thomas can win this hole for the States. 12-foot putt, 149. And he only makes a 2, so he gets a 4. So it actually doesn't matter. Spieth doesn't need to putt because he can only make a 4, so that hole is tied. And we go to the 4th match in the morning session. America's Reed and Tiger Woods are 1 up against Fleetwood and Molinari. So Tiger Woods teeing off. 15 is a B. 5 is mid, so he's happy there. Patrick Reed. 11 is a C. 14 is a mid, so he'll be happy just behind Tiger on the fairway. Tommy Fleetwood. 12 is a B. 14 is in the middle of the fairway. And Francesco Molinari. 3 is a D. 8 again is the middle of the fairway. Molinari has been constantly driving shorter than the others, but it's got a long iron fairway shot. 14 is good. 18 is excellent. Puts him 11 to 15 feet away. Challenging shot for the birdie there. Patrick Reed, long iron +1. 18 is good. 12 on a long iron. Puts him 21 to 25 feet away. On the green nevertheless. Tiger Woods with a mid-iron -1. is a 3. So that's a fail. It's a 6, so he's off the green. It's a wayward shot. 3 puts him short, and 8 puts him in the water. So Tiger will not be happy with that. And finally, Tommy Fleetwood gets a 4 on a mid-iron, and he's not hit the green either. 14 puts him at the green. 0 puts him on the hole. So he's in the rough. But after his drop, Tiger is a mid-iron shot. Oh, and he's not having a good hole. He's missed that, but he's managed to get close to the green, and he is in the sand in 4. So he's going to chip from the sand wedge, -1, so it's a 12. So Tiger fails, so he's going to do it again. That's 5. So this is a 44. So he 2 puts, so he gets a 7. So Tiger gets a 7. Terrible hole for Tiger. And Tommy Fleetwood, he's chipping in from the left-hand side, 93. And he leaves himself 4 feet away from the hole. And they're going to give him that, so he gets a 4. So Patrick Reed, 24 foot, 185 or more, and he gets a 2, so he gets his 4. So Francesco Molinari has got the chance. 12 foot putt, 171 or more, and he can't make it. He gets a 4, and so the hole is tied. And we're going to go back to the first game on the 12th hole. A par 3, John Rahm, Justin Rose, Tony Finau and Brooks Koepka. I think this may well be the last round before the end of this part of the session. So here we go. John Rahm, long iron on a par 3, 202 yards. 9 is good. 10 is 26 to 35 feet away. Justin Rose. 7 is off the green. 12 is at the green. 4 is to the left in the rough. Tony Finau. 12 is good. 8 puts him 26 to 35 feet away. And finally Brooks Koepka. 4, he's not at the green. 17, he's around the green. He's in the same position as Justin Rose in the rough. So Justin Rose in the rough, he's going to chip. 34, that's not good. So he 2 putts, so he ends up with a 4. I don't think he or Koepka will really figure in this hole. Bruce Koepka is going to chip. 184, that looks good. That's a 1 putt, so he'll get his par. So Koepka chips up to the hole and then taps it in. John Rahm from 30 foot, 195 or more. He'll 2-putt for a 3. So this is all left to Tony Finau, who is 27 feet away. Could win this hole and bring it back to 3. 27 feet is 183 or more. And he doesn't, so that hole is tied. And we'll go back to hole number 11 for the second match. McIlroy, Cabrera, Bello pulled the hole back on the 10th, so they're just 1 down now against Fowler and Johnson. So Rory McIlroy on the par 4. 15 is an A, 2 is a left, and 3 is in the rough. It's a wide fairway up there, but he managed to find the rough on the left. Cabrera Bello, who was the one who pulled the hole back. 6 is a C, 9 is in the middle of the fairway. That will be good enough for Europe at this moment in time. Ricky Fowler, 6 is a C, 4 is mid, so he's on the fairway. And Dustin Johnson, 5 is a C, 9 is the middle of the fairway also, so 3 altogether there. Cabrera Bello, he's a short iron -1. 1. So he doesn't make it. 7 is off the green. He's not even close. So 8 is short and he's in the rough. Ricky Fowler. Ricky Fowler, short iron -1. 6 is good. 5. 21 to 25 feet away. Dustin Johnson, short iron -1. 6 is good. 15 is even better, 6 to 10 feet away. This could be a 2-shot lead. The way this is panning out, because Rory's in the rough. Short iron -1 needs to be good. 7 is good. 9 is 16 to 20 feet, so he's giving them a chance. So Cabrera Bello with a pitching wedge out of the rough. 19, that's going to be good. 7, he's going to leave him 16 to 20 feet away though, and that's his 3rd shot. So Ricky Fowler, 24-foot putt to put pressure on the European team. 183 more. Doesn't get it, but he gets a 2, so he'll get a 4 on that hole. So Fowler gets a 4, and this brings Rory McIlroy 19-foot putt to put pressure on Dustin Johnson. 177 on more, and he doesn't. He takes 2, rolls it to the hole, and then puts it in. Cabrera Bello cannot beat McIlroy's score, so he doesn't need to putt. So from 7 foot. Justin Johnson, 100 or more to take them another hole, and he's 97. And he just lips the hole and it stays out. So Europe managed to halve that hole. As we go to the 10th, and we're on the 10th hole here with the third game. Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas are 2 up on Tyrrell Hatton and Paul Casey. So Jordan Spieth, par 4, 17 is a B, 5 is a fairway. That's a good one for the Americans. Justin Thomas, 14 is an A, big driver. 4 is left, he's driven it left and he's in the rough to the left of the fairway. Tyrrell Hatton, 9 is a C, 15 is mid, so I'll be happy with that. And finally Paul Casey, 10 is a B, 2 is left, 3 puts him in the rough to the left there. So Tyrrell Hatton with a mid iron, can he reach the green? 19 he can, and 19 puts him 6 to 10 feet away. This could be a good hole for Hatton. We're now going to Paul Casey, mid iron -1 is a 7, so he's missed. 12, he's at the green, and he is on the fairway just in front and to the right of the green. Jordan Spieth, short iron -1 is a 13, that's going to be good, and a 19 is going to be even better. He's going to put him within 5 feet of the hole, and the Europeans give him that. So Spieth has a 3. Justin Thomas, now he's in the rough, mid iron +1 is 16, which is good, and a 20, although he doesn't really need to put that, but he's got his 3. So Paul Casey needs to chip in here, sand. He's not going to do that. 27. So no, he chips it onto the green, but doesn't need to finish it off. So Tyrrell Hatton must sink this 9-foot putt, 90 or more, and he does. So he halves the hole, and so they move on, and Thomas and Spieth stay 2 up. But a great hole to half there by Hatton. Pressure 9-foot putt as we come to the 4th pair. Woods and Reed are 1 up on Fleetwood and Molinari. Can the Europe get this one back to even? So Tiger Woods takes his driver. 7 is a C, 7 is a mid, so it's down the fairway. Be happy with that. Patrick Reed, 6 is a C, 1 is left, and he's in the rough, left of the fairway. Tommy Fleetwood, 8 is a C, 4 is mid, so he's in the middle of the fairway. That'll do him nicely. Francesco Molinari, 9 is a C, 1 is left, and 4 is in the rough. So we've got a long iron -1 for Patrick Reed, which is a 13, and that is good enough. And an 18, an excellent shot, 11 to 15 feet. So the Americans looking to try and extend the lead in this. Francesco Molinari, long iron -1 from the rough. So that's an 8 is a fail. A 7 is off the green. 9 is short and he's on the fairway, but he's short of the hole. Tiger Woods with a mid iron -1. 17 is going to be good. 5 is going to leave him 26 to 35 feet away, but his partner is an awful lot closer. And Tommy Fleetwood, mid iron -1. 14 is going to be good, but a 1 is going to leave him 35 feet away. So Molinari with his pitching wedge. 4 is good. 9 puts him 11 to 15 feet, but that's his third shot. So Tommy Fleetwood, 41 foot, long putt. 10. That's a 3 putt. So he finishes with a 6. And this should be another hole to the Americans. As we look at Tiger Woods, he is 30 foot away. 195 or more. 165, so he 2 putts and he gets a 4. So Woods puts that away. Patrick Reed, if he can put this 13 footer away, then the hole is won. 157 or more. He can't, so he does it in 2 and he gets a 4, which now means that Molinari has to sink this 11-foot putt to tie this hole. That's 171 or more, and he doesn't. He gets a 5, and so America extend their lead on that hole. And at this point, we're going to end this section of the transmission. We'll just run through this current situation, and we have the USA 3-1 up in the morning session of the first day of the 4 balls. Rose and Rahm in match 1 for the Europe are 4 up on Finau and Koepka with 6 holes to play. Johnson and Fowler are 1 up on McIlroy and Cabrera Bello. Spieth and Thomas are 2 up on Hatton and Casey. And finally, Reed and Woods are 2 up on Molinari and Fleetwood. So hopefully the next session will be the finishing session of the morning 4 balls of day 1. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying playing it. And so leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down in the comment and let me know how you're feeling about this. And we'll see you for the conclusion of the 4 balls. Thank you very much and good night.